Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Right now it's Monday. We're sitting at 4 weeks out from my show right now here at Raw Gym. About to go train chest and triceps. About to get some pre-workout in me and then go do it. After we get done at the gym today, I'll be catching up with y'all on Wednesday at the office. Gonna give y'all a typical day of what it looks like when I'm at Labrada, as well as do the question and answer that I mentioned in last week's episode. So I'm gonna get this supercharge in the tank and then we're gonna get to it. I'll see y'all out there. Alright guys, so about to get started with chest. Like you've seen us do every chest workout we've had on these episodes. Going to start with a cable fly, really get some blood in there, stretch out a little bit. Now getting as close to the show as we are, definitely noticing a little dip in my strength. Like I've said before, definitely still getting a great pump though, so workouts, the exercise selection and the number of sets and the volume staying the same, but here as we get closer to the show, really kind of putting the pedal down in terms of the pace. So really trying to keep the rest periods under 60 seconds at this point, really kind of intensifying the workouts that way. I feel it brings out a lot of detail. It's the same way my dad trained closer to the shows, it's just real quick the whole time, so you'll see that in this workout. And yeah, feeling good, looking forward to getting after this one. So like I said, we're gonna start with some cables. First exercise we're gonna be doing today is incline barbell bench press. You'll notice when you do this, or when I do these, I'm not bringing the bar all the way down to my chest, nor am I completely pressing it with locked elbows. The goal here is to keep constant tension on the chest. I find when you go all the way down and touch your chest, end up more on your front delts and in your shoulders than you do on your chest. So just shy of touching my chest and then just shy of lockout, like I said, to keep constant tension on the chest. So this is next exercise up. We'll hit 4 or 5 sets here, then on to the next one. Alright, so got them 4 working sets on incline barbell. Last set was a triple drop, 3, 2, 1 with the plates. From there we're going to move on to a incline fly variation I really like to do. We're going to be scooted up on the bench to where your head's hanging off and then you're not actually seated on the bench, you're just supporting yourself. I feel like it allows me to get a better stretch in my chest, so knock out 3 sets of that right here and then move on to our next exercise. Knocked out that incline fly variation I showed y'all over there. We did 3 sets there. Moving on, our last chest exercise for the day is going to be a superset, pec deck supersetted with the hammer flat. We're going to do 3 rounds of this and then finish up with pullovers. So let's get after it. Okay, so we're about to start the pullovers. This will be the last exercise of the day for chest. Really like doing these at the end of chest workouts when I have a really big pump. Really feels it stretches and pulls the chest out, loosens it up, and just gets a lot of blood in there. You'll watch us do them. Some things to keep in mind when you do them. If you do them for chest, obviously it's different for back than chest. When you're doing them for chest, I like doing them off the side of a bench so I'm able to drop my hips. That creates a better stretch in the chest. And then also whenever you do them, before you start initiating the movement, take as big of a breath as you can get. You'll hear me and Brian and Pat every single rep just before we go, because the more air you have in your chest cavity, the bigger stretch you'll get when you do the pullover. So about to get after it, and then we're moving on to triceps. Alright guys, so knocked out chest, finished up with those pullovers like you saw, getting started on triceps. Gonna hit 4 sets of rope pushdowns, all a little higher rep, probably 15 to 20 reps, really getting a good squeeze, focusing on the pump, and then move on from there. Alright guys, so knocked out those 4 sets of rope pushdowns, moving on to a cambered bar pushdown. Gonna hit 3 sets here, and then move on to a dumbbell skull crusher variation that I like to do. So we'll get this in and then get on over to the dumbbells. Last exercise of the day, gonna do a cable tricep pushdown, so you'd be crossed over. So not only are you pushing back, you're also pushing out. Get a really good feel and squeeze from these. I'm gonna superset those with a dumbbell skull crusher, but with the dumbbells more neutral and underhand. So you'll see what that looks like. I like doing them like that at the end because it stretches the long head of your tricep a lot more, and it kind of takes some of the pressure off my elbows. Especially this far into prep, all my joints are really feeling it by now. So it's something I like to keep in mind. So let's do it. Alright guys, so just got done knocking out triceps, had a great chest and tri session today. Pump was good, strength was still there, couldn't have been more pleased with how it went. About to get that shake in me that you've seen me make every single episode so far, and then get to training clients. I will catch up with y'all at the office on Wednesday. Gonna give y'all a view into typically what a Wednesday at the Labrada office looks like, give you a tour of the place, and just let you see the office. So looking forward to that. I'll see y'all there. Hey guys, morning. Catching up with y'all from that workout we had on Monday. Today's Wednesday. Just getting here to the office. I'm about to get sat down at my desk and get to it. First half of the day I'll just spend working on my personal stuff and whatnot, so I'll get that out of the way, and then I'll catch up with y'all at lunchtime, and after we eat lunch we'll do that question and answer, give you a tour of the office, and just give you a little insider view into some of the meetings that happened on Wednesday. So I'll see y'all at lunch. So this is my cube. This is where I work when I'm here at Labrada. Right now I'm only here on Wednesdays and then whenever I need to be for other meetings outside of Wednesday, so I spend one day in the office and then work remotely a lot of the time on the stuff that I have to do. So alright guys, so welcome to the lunchroom at Labrada, one of the most popular rooms in the whole building. Pretty cool culture we have here. You know, there's not like, you know, a set lunchtime, and everyone, for the most part, typically eats a bunch of smaller meals, kind of like bodybuilders. So a couple times a day we'll have a bunch of us in here just kind of eating and talking business and whatever else. So about to heat my food up. What that looks like today is 8 ounces of the turkey burgers that I showed you how to make in 2 weeks ago's episode for the meal prep. 9 ounces of white rice, and then I'm gonna put a little of the Bolt House dressings that I showed y'all, the yogurt dressings. Really been enjoying these. Use like half the serving size, and a whole serving is only 35 calories, so not a lot of added calories, but a lot of added flavor. And don't go anywhere without my Tonys. So gonna get all this heated up, and we'll show you what a typical lunchtime looks like.
Got the pool there. You wanted to get that.
And so normally I'd use a scale, but I've eaten so many of these. I promise you this little chunk of rice weighs about 1.5 ounces, give or take 1/10 of an ounce. So been eyeballing those. That's about the only thing I'll eyeball these days.
Hey man. What's going on, guys?
What's up, Lee?
Hey. So, man, you're eating a lot of food there, dude.
Yeah, right?
What do you got?
Turkey and rice.
Turkey and rice.
Yeah, can't complain on eating this much.
How can you eat that much and stay that lean?
Didn't mess my metabolism up in the off season ever.
Yeah.
So
Man.
Yeah. I was thinking about it the other day. This time in prep last year, I was eating like 7 ounces of carbs a meal. This time I'm eating 2 ounces. So 2 ounces.
Well,
This time I'm eating 9 a meal, so 2 ounces more and leaner and bigger. So
good. Speaking of rice, you guys are not gonna believe what I just did. Okay, I actually learned to say some things in Chinese.
No way.
Yeah, in Chinese. Yeah, I'm actually on videotape speaking some Chinese. And Jenny, you know, our MIS lady who's fluent Mandarin, said that I actually did a pretty good job. So,
there you go.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm not getting the Rosetta Stone and going home and.
I was about to say, when are you going to be trilingual?
Oh, no,
Spanish,
no, no, no.
English, and
Yeah. But
Chinese.
yeah, I tell you, it's exciting, man. It's an exciting opportunity, and there's a lot of people turning out.
That'd be good for business, right? Next time you go over there, just bust out.
Yeah, bust out in Chinese. Yeah, I better know what I'm saying though, because sometimes the inflections between a good word and a bad word is very little.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a
so
typical language.
You gotta know what you're doing. Hey, what's up with the Sage Northcutt video shoot?
Yeah, they had the shoot today, and it really turned out well. So we're pretty excited, and they were only in there an hour and a half.
Yeah.
They got everything, and Sage was, you know, on as usual. Just like these high kicks. He's like,
He's
"Hey,
amazing,
Pablo, step back."
Hard
you
enough
know,
to get
that
good
kind of
footage with him.
thing. It is.
He's amazing, man.
Yeah.
You know, his sister's coming up.
I know.
She's got a fight coming up.
Oh, really?
Colby.
If I'm not mistaken, that'll be the first brother-sister professional fighter duo ever.
I will.
Dude, I am telling you,
I
man.
will.
This girl, I mean, she's a beast. I mean, beautiful girl, but she's like 6 feet tall. And
Oh, wow.
And I mean, she hits like a linebacker. Yeah, I tell you
And the
what.
funniest part is the only reason she hasn't fought sooner is she wasn't old enough to fight professionally legally. And that's like, from what I hear, the same story with his brother. Is just it's a waiting game for him to be old enough to
Yeah,
legally
I'll
be
tell
able
you
to do it.
that whole family, they're so talented, and I mean, those kids, great people too.
Definitely put the work in.
Yeah, they did. They did. Jenny, I just told them that I spoke Chinese.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Okay, bring it over here. I want
see it.
everybody to see it.
Okay, because this, okay, I think it's out of
You
camera
have,
almost.
you have it queued up? Okay,
Yeah.
nobody laugh, okay?
No,
that's it.
Nobody laugh.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Lee Labrada, founder and CEO of Labrada Nutrition, the most trusted name
Comes in at the end.
nutrition. And I want to help you get more healthy and fit. Labrada Nutrition products are made in America and are now available in China through the Tmall flagship store. Trencho, Jiankang, Pingshu,
Hey.
Jingsai, Tianmao, Guji.
It's also on video.
That's cool.
I only had to practice it like 100 times.
So just got done with lunch. Figured I'd give you all a quick tour of the office. Labrada's headquartered completely out of here, both offices and warehouse. So definitely have a pretty big space here. But yeah, just take you down here. This is cubicles, and you can kind of see the walls. This is just a lot of the people that we've supported over the years that have used our products. There's Sage, Lee's covers, professional athletes of all different kinds, musicians. So definitely enjoy the fact that a lot of people enjoy our supplements. So I'm gonna keep on following me. So I already kind of talked about how everyone here, for the most part, is pretty health conscious, and everyone eats at a much more, I guess, like leisure rate than most businesses allow. You're allowed to eat a couple times a day just because we do promote eating healthy. So in addition to that, we also have a pretty complete gym available for all of the employees and staff. So definitely a lot nicer, and I feel like what you find at a lot of businesses that have gyms, especially for a company our size, all hammer strength machines, nice dumbbells, good equipment. So like I said, this is available to all of the employee and staff. I'll catch workouts up here. It's a little early in the day right now, but typically you come in here anytime after 2 or 3 and there's at least a couple people grabbing a workout. So follow me out into the warehouse. This is where the rest of the equipment for the gym is. A lot of the leg stuff's out here: leg press, calf raise, hamstring curl. And then yeah, this opens up into the warehouse. Like I said, this is the headquarters of Labrada, so all Labrada supplements that you have been here at least at one point or another. Everything's distributed out of here, both domestically and internationally. So bring you around here. Anytime you place an order from Labrada.com, this is where it gets packed and shipped out from. So got all of the apparel, all of the supplements pulled. So yeah, like I said, anytime you place an order from actually Labrada.com and not another retailer, this is where it gets pulled and shipped from. Trying to keep on following me. It's kind of funny, you know, it's we've been in the industry for a long time. We were celebrating 20 years in business in 2015, so it's kind of funny seeing, you know, like older advertisements. You know, it's like the Abercrombie and Fitch stuff from the 90s, and then the old version of the Supercharge, and it's been really cool to just watch the company evolve over the years, because we're in an industry where, you know, like companies are here today and gone tomorrow. So I feel like it's a testament to the brand that we've been around as long as we have and are continuing to be successful and thrive. These are all of the warehouse bays, and the one last thing I want to show you all about the warehouse is our RTDs. Obviously, our RTDs are a flagship product of ours. They're in my opinion, and many others that don't work here, the best tasting RTD on the market. They're all 40 grams of protein, 0 sugar, and 0 lactose. Just released our newest flavor, Cafe Mocha. But anyways, enough on the RTDs. So this is literally just a warehouse just for RTDs, and it's usually a lot fuller than this. We just had a pretty large shipment go out. So got that warehouse space, this warehouse, and then another one the same size in the next building over, and then this is all like powdered proteins and stuff. So warehouse full of protein, every bodybuilder's dream, right? So I'm gonna get back to my desk and I'm gonna get some stuff done before our R&D meeting, but I'll see you all in the R&D meeting at 2. Alright guys, so just finished up with that R&D meeting. I'm going to be jumping into the question and answer that I talked about in last week's episode. So gotten some good questions via email, got some good ones on my Instagram and my Facebook as well. If I want to be honest with you, I hadn't really looked at it, the post, until about 5 minutes ago. So a lot of these I'm just going to be answering off the top of my head, just reading them straight from my phone. So let's get started. Seahawk76, good morning and happy birthday. Thank you. A few questions. Are there times when you still get full from the previous meal and it's time to eat again? And do you eat anyways, or do you wait until you get hungry? Off season, the only meal I'm ever even kind of hungry for is the first one of the day. After that, it's very much so a force feed thing. I'm force feeding myself all day. I actually kind of enjoy the first like 6 or 8 weeks of prep, just because I'm not having to like stare at the ground and try not to puke. I'm eating so much. But if you were still full and you're trying to put on weight and gain weight, yeah, you need to eat through the fullness. If you're like trying to lose or just maintain, it doesn't really matter. You're like, if you're still full, you like wait like 30 minutes or an hour. But like when you're trying to get like 7 meals in, those 30 minutes or an hour is important, because all the meals will back up to each other. Next one, over 9K _ EBER. Sorry if I'm like butchering some of y'all's handles, but I'm doing my best. What do you consider your strongest body part, and which is your lagging one? Strongest body part on me, in my opinion, is definitely my quads and my legs in general. Lagging body parts, I feel like this off season I made a lagging body part turn into just a body part that fits in, but it's definitely my back. That's definitely been my focus for a while and will continue to be so after this show. Next one, Omar Herrera _ 38. Do you prefer an intense short workout or a longer, more controlled workout? I definitely prefer, I never train longer than an hour and a half. Typically it's about an hour and 15 minutes. My rule when I'm training is in between sets, especially on prep, I rest 60 seconds or under, or just long enough for my training partner to go. And typically do like 16 to 20 sets for bigger body parts, and then like maybe 10 to 14 for smaller ones. So definitely not like a huge volume guy. I'm more of a very intense, almost all the sets to total or complete or even past failure. Raging Cajun 74. Why are you doing the Europa after winning 2 shows already this year and not stepping up to the national level? Do you not feel you're ready yet, or trophy hunting? It seems it serves no purpose because you'll just be requalified for the third time when you could continue putting on more muscle instead of dieting. It's a great question. To answer it, I won those 2 shows last year, and after those shows, like through the process of getting that lean, the rebound I had after, the amount my physique improved from last year to this year was truly incredible. It's looking like I'm going to step on stage 10 to 12 pounds heavier than the branch, and that was it'll be right at a year ago. So 10 to 12 pounds of stage weight in a year is really awesome. So definitely trying to get another rebound like that out of this. Those 2 shows that I won were part of the same prep, and that was my first prep ever. So I wanted to get at least another prep or 2 under my belt to really learn my body and to really learn my peak before I go to a national stage. And like I said, you said you continue putting on more muscle instead of dieting. I believe dieting really does serve a purpose for putting on muscle, and that rebound that you get, like regaining insulin sensitivity, having your metabolism really high, and your body just being in a state like it's a sponge that you squoze out, like you drop it in water and it soaks up. So definitely looking forward to getting a good rebound again after this show, and then stepping on a national stage next year. And final part of that question is, do I think I could go to a national show and do well? Yes. Do I think I could go to a national show and win? Depends on who showed up. That being said, I don't want to earn a pro card off a second place in my class finish. I want to go to compete for the overall. And furthermore, I kind of touched on how this is only my second prep ever. I love bodybuilding. I want to enjoy this journey. If I earned a pro card this year, I fully believe I'm 2 or 3 years off from being truly competitive as a pro. So I'd much rather be able to compete, get the added detail and the improvements in my physique that comes with dieting, and then just the experience from several preps of hitting my peak and learning my body. So I know that was a long answer, but that's why. 2 pounds of bologna. I follow a typical ketogenic, low-carb, high-fat diet. I currently don't use any supplements, but would like to start using creatine and whey protein. Should I be concerned with the flavorings in the products knocking me out of ketosis, or am I just not seeing the forest from the trees, as they say, and being too neurotic about it? In this sport, being neurotic about it's a good thing. I'm a little OCD. It works out really well for me. But to answer your question, to the best of my knowledge, the artificial sweeteners and flavorings won't knock you out of ketosis. Obviously, you'll know if they do because you won't be in ketosis anymore. But to me and my knowledge, it's very limited with ketogenic diets, if I'm being honest, because I don't use them and I don't really believe in them in terms of bodybuilding, but that's a whole nother story. So, Silly Bird, what type of cardio are you doing right now, and how has it changed for you so far during prep? I think I touched on this earlier, but the cardio I do is always on the Stairmaster. It's always high intensity intervals, and at the start of prep I was doing 3 times a week for 20 minutes, and right now I'm at 4 times a week for 25 minutes. Last questions from Enrique Smith BB. My favorite cheat food. I have 3. One of them is pizza, the other one is burgers, and the final one is unclean sushi. So like your sushis that have like a bunch of sauces or cream cheese or it's fried or anything like that. So those are definitely my 3. I don't really have a problem with a sweet tooth. I never do in the off season or when I'm on prep. I more crave fat and salt. So yeah. All right, guys. So that's most of the questions that I got on the account on my social media account when I asked y'all to leave your questions. So I'll leave y'all with that. I'm about to finish up the day here at Labrada and then head home. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you did, be sure to subscribe so you can continue seeing them and get updated as to when the new episodes come out. Hope to see y'all back next week. I'm really enjoying doing these and hope y'all have a good one.